Hunters Collective. What's good with it? In the hood with it. Welcome back for round two. Double up. You already know what it is. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. It's the double. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I say what? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. It's the motherfucking double up. Bye-up. Bye-up. And we're going to talk about something special. Something very sentimental to people's hearts. But we're going to tell the truth. See, because there's a lot of people out here that want to tell stories, fabricate some things, speak on things they don't even know about, right? But at the end of the day, everybody has a story to tell, right? So Monchis de Westside Sanjo Mobsteros, homes. First and foremost, how about we tell your story? How about we speak on what you were in CYA for? How about we let the people know what time it really was? And if you think it's just me saying it, be aware that I will be bringing a special guest pretty soon, man, to do an interview that's going to tell you exactly what I said, only in his own words. And he's a very well-respected individual. And you're going to be like, God damn, man, that motherfucker is respected. Man, that dude is respected. Yes, he is, most definitely, right? We're going to get straight to it. We're going to tell truths. We're going to state facts. We're not going to put no cherries on top or add that drizzle to make things sizzle, right? In the menudo style in a direct fashion, I didn't want to do this. Didn't want to have to. Couldn't put the Mac on you. Now I got to do the only thing I can do, homie, and turn my back on you. See, when I first got on YouTube and I started telling my stories, I did mention HUERO or Monchis or whatever you want to call him. Switch his name up. See, I'm not the only one to change names, right? I've also had a couple different names. I known him as Monchis. Sometimes he was HUERO. Sometimes he was Floguero. It just depended on what I felt like calling him that day. But I never really disrespected this guy. And when I first came out on YouTube, yeah, I mentioned him in a couple of the stories that I told because it was all facts and all truth. So let's take it back so that way we can lead up to what's really going on, right? When I was in NRCC, Dorm 1, this individual was with me, man. He was actually cellar with Puerco de Sanjo. They were cellies. And at that time, man, I was cellar with some Asian cat. And we were getting ready to transpack. We were getting ready to transfer to whatever institution we were going to. NRCC in Sacramento on Ramona Drive, right? That right there was the reception. So all of us were young, eager Northerners, Norteños waiting to go wherever the fuck they were going to send us. Now, most of us were hoping we were going to two places, DeWitt Nelson or OH Coes. And I know HUERO, Monchis was one of them, right? He was hoping to go to one of these places just like we were. But anyways, that wasn't the case, right? We all got our boxes slid up under our doors and they had an FCN on it, Fred C. Nellis. Now I remember asking the night lady, Debbie, I remember that bitch's name, right? It's old school, right? Hey, where am I going? She says, you want to be a little gangbanger? You're going to LA. You're going to Whittier Boulevard. You're going to Fred C. Nellis. You and all the other riffraff with you. Bang. I remember a lot of homeboys started getting loud and hollering down that hallway. It was a long hallway with several cells. You know, Weddle, you know. And, the homeboy Puerco hollered down to me and he was like, hey, bro, where you going? I said, Fred C. Nellis. Okay, bam. So here we're going here. Me and my celly are going beep, 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 boop. Everybody was going, right? I remember getting on that bus. Everybody, not just me, but everybody was a little apprehensive, a little nervous, a little in the not know, right? What's going on? But anyways, we all jumped on that fucking green Hornet, right? We all jumped on that gray goose or green goose, whatever you want to call it, shackled up from the feet to the fucking wrists. And we're gone, right? Nothing but peanut butter and bologna sandwiches on the way there. And we're on our way there. And there were some Southsiders in the back going to YTS talking about how we were going to get it when we got there, how it was going to be all bad. Norteños were not allowed to function or program there, and so on and so forth. So we already had it in our mindset. At least I did, man. It was what the fuck it was. I was going to have to get on down the yellow brick road. I was going to have to maintain and handle my business to get on. So anyways, we pull up. Let's talk about this. Monchi, are you ready? Oh, you're not ready, huh? We pull up, and I've told you guys the story. The next day, I thought they spit in our pancakes, right? So as soon as the motherfucker from Lamparas, from Lampo, Joker from Lampo came in, I got off like a Mad Hatter. Hung, hung, hung. I got off. Now, Huero, Monchi stood his fat ass right there in that fucking chair. He couldn't even get up. Too fat, and he might pop a plug out. He didn't get up, right? No one else got up. These are facts. I got up. Handled my business, got off where I was mad at because I thought they were disrespecting the North and I wasn't going out like others were. Handled my business and went to the box. That was my first round in the box, but not my last. Weddle, did you ever go to the box? Monchis, serio, I'm a hold. Did you ever go? I don't think you did, bro. I don't think you could talk about the insides of the oil walls because you never put yourself in a position to go to the hole. Because you never did shit. But anyways, so I go to the oil. Not even there 24 hours. Facts, right? Come back, and I've told you guys a story. When I came back, everyone has decided that for no other reason, they gave up the ghost. The gang banging was not real. I guess some cat had come, some big ass cat. I don't know where he was from. He was a South Sider, and basically said Northerners are not using the microwave. Northerners are not doing this. They're not doing that. They're wearing their shirts. They're all kinds of shit. You guys have to stand in the corner and just fucking suck on your thumbs. Whatever he was saying, I wasn't agreeing with. But he told these individuals that, and several of them. There was a couple that stood maintaining, but 99% of them, Monchis included, started Bible thumping, gave up the ghost. I'm not a Norteño no more. I just want visits and I want to do my thing, right? Stopped gang banging. Call me a liar, eh? Call me a liar, Monchis. Can't. Anyways, you stop gang banging on us, right? That was strike number 1. So anyways, whatever the case may be, me and the homeboy Beto from Madera, we're doing our thing up in the corner away from the fucking riffraff. Puerco de Sanjo still righteous. We're just doing our thing, right? We end up getting transpacked and transferred to Cleveland Cottage. Now, Cleveland already had Norteños and Bulldogs, but at this time, Bulldogs were still homeboys. They already had them there. There was about 10 of them there. Cisco from San Fran, Conejo de Hayward, Listo, or what was his name? Limon, Spencer Listo, Limon de Joliz, Weasel from Fresno, Porky from Fresno, K9 and Joey Boy, and so on and so forth, right? Well, we're there for about 2 weeks. We get the rundown. Now everyone all of a sudden wants to start gangbanging again. All of a sudden they done cleaned it up. Imaginations, right? Imaginations ran wild. And I'm telling the homeboy Conejo was a little bit seasoned, more than the rest of us, a little bit older. I'm telling him, hey, a lot of these fucking cats, they stop gangbanging on us. They let this hang. You can't want to rip their fucking heads off. Rip them farmers' heads off. I was pissed, right? But hey, it was what it was. He gave them, hey, give them a pass. Hey, they're young. They don't know. I said, I'm young too. I said, what about me? What the God? What about me? Now, fuck me, right? I'm just going to go through the struggle alone. So anyways, we're kicking back there. Now, let me tell you about Güero and his get down. One day, I see a vato, dark, ugly, tapeo este vato, right? Ironing some pants for some Southsiders. Taylor gang over everything. This vato's baby cuffs, pura. At 10.5 a key, they're pura. He had the best baby cuffs. This vato could white line some state pants like no other. This vato, they call him the Iron Man. This vato should have had not a fucking rosary. You know how the Bible thumpers be doing it with the fucking Bible in their back pocket, wearing a rosary with their hair parted to the side. All of a sudden, they look like a lawyer. You know what I mean? They changed from gangbanger one day to the next day. They're all dressed all sophisticated. That was this dude, ironing pants, right? And I see Monchis over there talking to him, hugging on him, fucking pinching butts, conversating. And I tell the homeboy, hey, who's he talking to? Because I always assumed the Iron Man, the that was always ironing about those clothes. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, Cleveland, compa, was known for having the best fucking visita clothes in the institution. This vato, he worked wonders with an iron. Pants stacked to the ceiling like fucking Scarface in those pots. Fucking onions, right? I didn't come to America to wash fucking dishes. Well, that vato went to Nellis to iron pants for Southsiders because that's what was going on. So I see Güero over there fucking hugging on him, you know what I mean? Damn near licking each other's earlobes. And I said, damn, does he know that vato? Who is that? So I get at the homeboy, says, can we see them vatos over there? They want to act like they know each other. That is coming on. Who is that, right? So that's his homeboy from his hood. Now, I'm not here to disrespect the West Side Mob. I met a lot of real righteous ones. Shout out and respects to San Jose and shout out and respects to the West Side Mob stados, right? The real ones. But these individuals, two finger, because the wind's blowing. Peace, right? I'm going to tell you right now, these vatos, especially the one that was ironing, had already quit gaming. Anyway, so this is what it was. I said, who is that vato? They said, oh, that, and I ain't even going to use his name right here. Says, can I have that much respect? Munchies, we'll use yours because you used mine, but I'm not even going to use his. But he's like, hey, that vato's fucking whoop-de-wop, beep-de-boop-boop-bop, right? And he's over there ironing clothes. He's Bible thumping. He stopped gangbanging a long time ago. I said, you going to allow that to happen? They said, fuck that dude. If you don't want to be with us, we don't need you, humps. He's leva. He's, they didn't drop him leva, but he was considered, outside of whatever was going on. Now, this vato had a little jugo. He had a little juice. I guess because he was Taylor gang over everything. So I'm telling you, man, the craftsmanship on them fucking razor sharp fucking, the stitching game, phenomenal. Anyways, this vato is over there doing his thing, and Güero Monchis is all hugged up on it, right? They're from the same hood. Come to find out they're homeboys, they know each other. It is what it is. And that's fine, Hey, I understand you have a homeboys in a certain situation. Maybe he's no longer in good standings or he doesn't choose to fucking participate in the Ranger games like we were doing. It's cool. One day, about 2 weeks later, they start hollering out names. They bring all the Norteños to the day room. These are all facts. Well, you remember. Your fat ass remember. Listen, take the fucking caspa that falls from your dirty hair into your ears and wipe it out. This vato's sitting there, all of us, and they start hollering out names. And 10 of us are going to go to the drug program, which is on Kennedy. And the reason we were going to that program was for various reasons. Some vatos had drug problems. Some vatos just try to wiggle to other institutions and use it as an excuse. Anyways, regardless of the case, we are going to the linea, to now no man's land. That's it. We're going to go where we have to handle business. And are we apprehensive again? A little nervous? Absolutely. Who wouldn't be? You're always nervous when you're going to do a movida. We took a few pieces with us, a couple battery packs, and a partridge in a pear tree. Güero, we didn't take because his name didn't get hollered out. Now, the second batch of homeboys' names got hollered out. They were going to Adams, compa. That was Spookio de Salas, Chucky de Sanjo, Bad Boy de Sacra, and a couple fucking others. Toker from wherever he was. You know what I mean? The land of Joker. So he was gone. These guys went to Adams. We went to Kennedy. It kicked off first night. I've told that story before, and it kicked off a couple more times. We went on the freeze. We were frozen like fucking Annabelle and whatever her name is, Isabella or whatever. We were on some frozen shit. Bam. We come off. We're doing our thing on Kennedy. These two motherfuckers, the Iron Man, Taylor Gang over everything, and his boy Güero Monchis stood on Cleveland. Now, I'm not going to say he stood because he was a sucker and because he didn't want to handle business, but the administration chose, for some other reason, because that fucking Iron guy had juice, they were going to keep these two from the same hood right there on that compa. Now, I'm not saying he was a punk. I'm not saying that he was a chump. I'm saying somewhere along the line, not once, not twice, but 3 times he stopped gangbanging. Facts. Now, while the rest of us were going to school, while the rest of us were going through hardship, struggle, in the caja, in the box, getting scraped, stabbed. Yes, the incident with Dreamer. Yes, all kinds of different things were happening because we were on the linea, functioning, doing our thing. Young norteños, little kids, man, down south in LA. We weren't the biggest, the baddest, the roughest, the toughest, the meanest, the greenest, but I'm going to tell you one thing we were, homes. We were there. I said we were handling our business, going to the chow hall, going to church, going to the school area, hitting that band. So I was doing our thing, right? Doing whatever the fuck it was we had to do. Meanwhile, Güero Monchis, the one that likes to woof on me and talk shit about me, that doesn't know me like that, because we only did about 2.5 weeks together, right? Was right there comfortable on the compa. No school area. Nah. Independent study. He was homeschooled. Him and Taylor Gang over everything, they were homeschooled. Didn't have to go to the school area. Didn't have to get no fights. Didn't have to see no one outside of that compa. Let me tell you what Cleveland became. Cleveland started to become a compa full of levas and vatos that weren't really functioning, right? Kind of guys that were programming. Vatos were working in the kitchen. Vatos were just trying to get out, right? We were already maxed out while they were just trying to get out, right? Anyways, this vato was doing his tiempo. Now, I understood he was in there on a murder case. Yeah, I said it. Filled it up with unleaded. The wind was blowing. But just exactly who did you kill, Monchis? Are you ready to let him know? Sasuke, you ready? I said. I'll let him know for you because I know you don't want to let him know. Well, you guys know what child killers are, right? Taylor Gang over everything. Wee. Let me tell you something right now. This vato Monchis, one time his name comes up in a junta. Hey, Monchis, guess what? This was a junta you were not privy to, ese. See, there were some juntas for certain individuals and some not for you. And this was one of the, well, mostly all of them. This one was one of them, though, not for you. Because you had quick gangbanging-itis. You know, quick gangbanging-itis. Now, I didn't say Leonidas with 300 like I was doing over there with 300 Southsiders trying to get me. I said quit banging-itis, right? So while you were having quit banging-itis, we're over there, me, Spookio, Bad Boy, Soldier Boy, Shadow, Cisco, Puerco, fucking Dreamer. I'll even say Dreamer, Barrio Perry Heights when he was a norteño. All these, and even when he was a Perro Chato, all these different individuals, because I ain't got nothing bad to say about Dreamer. We're going to talk about him in a different spill. But we're all doing our thing, right? Meanwhile, gotta get up. Gotta get going. Nah, the vato never got up and never got going. He was Winnie the Poohing over there in a pot of honey on Cleveland Cottage, not having to go to school, not having to see no Southsiders that really wanted to do him harm, just blending in, ironing with the Iron Man. So, the vato, we have a junta, and his name comes up, and we're like, where is the vato? I ain't seen the vato since the vato seen himself. Where is he? Right? Well, I'm gonna tell you where he was. He was back on Cleveland chilling. But here's the kicker. You ready, Güero? Didn't want to do it. Gangsta Gucci, listen up closely. Spencer Holmes, respects on your name. I ain't got nothing bad to say about you. I don't know you, West but I'm going to tell you straight up, since you were allowing your fucking homeboy to speak on my name, here's the real deal, homeboy. Straight up, facts. Your homeboy was in fucking CYA for killing a little kid, little 8-month-old baby. Oh, you didn't know that though, huh? The man went to fucking, well, he was a kid too, but he went to CYA for killing an 8-month-old child. His little brother threw him off like a bunk or something, broke his neck or something, got in a fit of anger, got mad, and got sentenced to whatever he got sentenced to in CYA. So why don't you tell the gente that, man? Since you like to speak on me and the rest of the homeboys like we were suckers going out. Like I wasn't really in the school area functioning. Like I really wasn't handling my business. You got to understand, homeboy, we didn't drop you, Leva. You were never Leva. We never got a chance. Wasn't no homeboys around you. Follow the yellow brick road. There was no yellow brick road leading to you. See, everybody else got shipped out and was doing their motherfucking thug thizzle while you were over there fucking popping pizzizzles. I don't know what you were doing, Sasuke. I bet your iron game is immaculate. I bet you has the best creases in Sanjo right now. What you want to bet? What you want to bet? Anyways, that's what was going on with this guy. This guy that likes to talk all this high power shit. See, a lot of these guys that were in CY at the time want to woof on me. See, there are some that don't. They know what time it is. And like I said, I'm going to bring a couple of those individuals on a live or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. We're going to get this shit back cracking. I'm going to bring a couple of individuals to speak on it since it's gotten spoken on. I'm not one to shy away from what's real. The whole Dreamer situation, if you want gente, I will address it, and I will address it facts from the moment it jumped off to the moment it ended in its entirety. Let me know if you want that spill, and I'll give it to you. You know what I mean? But we're going to go all the way back, Big Dreams. We're going to go back to Vaudeville Perry Heights. We're going to go all the way back. Since everyone got a lot to say, let's say a lot about it to everybody. See, it's very sentimental and dear to my heart because I did time with this guy. Never woofed on his name, never clowned, never... Nothing bad, man. Didn't hear nothing bad about him other than he had, quit gangbanging-itis. And of course, man, I always wondered why I had to go through some of these struggles. I was a skinny little ugly kid. I'm over here getting fucking shanked. I'm over here getting battery packed. I'm over here getting jumped. I'm over here handling my business, fighting, not only fucking Southsiders, but blacks, woods, doing all this shit, right? And this vato's over there sitting on Cleveland, going on pinchy iron and a honey bun. And those fucked up black Cortezes you used to have. Remember the flat tires? We used to call them the mofles. Pill out llanta. Those were the ones. I'm telling you right now, man. What I tell you, gente, is facts and the truth. This vato likes to talk shit about the gun. Bang, bang. But I wasn't in there for killing a little baby. See, I didn't go to YA for that. I didn't have a weird case like that. I handled my business and handled my business while I was in there. Never was Leva. Never did know none of that. The Dreamer situation, like I said, I'll address. I don't shy away from nothing, man. I'm as real as it gets, and it gets real, right? But when it comes to Monchi speaking on me, shut it up. Come on now, bro. You went into YA for killing a kid, and you quit gangbanging so many fucking times. Under the word quit gangbanging, you should be like this. Go to the ploga. Remember you used to have that, the green eyes in the ploga? Come on, fat boy, stop it, man. You don't know me like that, and I don't know you like that. We grew up, homeboy, and I heard about you. I know you changed. I got it one of the homeboys yesterday. Two of the homeboys yesterday that we were in YA with. Hey, go figure that, right? And we got to talking about you, conversating. Hey, both of them brought you up. I didn't even have to bring you up because, I don't even know how the homeboys brought you up. But anyways, I didn't bring you up. They did. And one of the homeboys said, hey, wasn't he there for killing the kid? I said, yeah, I know. I'm going to go ahead and let everyone know since he likes to let everyone know shit. That's cool. You know what I mean? Taylor gang over everything. But one thing is for sure, they said, hey, I remember in San Jose one time we were all at a club, a hella homeboys. I'm going to tell a little story. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Secondhand info, but I know it's to be real. And this vato güero, the homeboy said I hadn't seen him since YA, bro. And I ran into him and, things changed, bro. He thought he was all high power. He said, you know how them vatos are. Now, let me tell you something about West Side Mob, man. Shout out some respects, but the West Side Mob has always wiggled different in the city of San Jose. They've always been just about that mob shit, right? And I respect that. Hood above everything else. Norte y todo mine, right? That's just how they've been. We know it. Anyone from Sanjo knows it. The mob is the mob, homes, and they're to be respected. The mobsteros, West Side. That vato's part of that. How? And to what degree? He probably just grew up there, but he's part of that. He said, he was playing that mob. He was like above everything else. Anyways, he slapped the wrong chick on her ass. Toma, torta in the club. Well, the vato's fucking chick who he slapped happened to be a fucking member, homes, a carnal. Lencho at the time. We all know Lencho's story. We heard it, right? A lot of people like to shit on Lencho's name. I've even did videos. So spend on Lencho. I know you watch this shit, right? Whatever else and why you're at. But anyways, Lencho, it was Lencho's old lady. Lencho felt some type of way and slapped the shit out of Monchis in his fucking mascara. Remember? Monchi, you forgot that one? Like, yeah, that's facts. So stop it. Anyways, the mascara. Taylor gang over everything. Wee. Oh, did it burn her? You burnt down. They burnt that shit down, slapped you, made you pay some money, and that was that, homes. You should have never fucked with the wrong one. I'm just saying, man, at the end of the day, hey, respects to Gucci. I don't know you, homes. I don't know why you, I don't know if it's for views or whatever. I think better of you, homes. I know about you. Respects. When it comes to West Side Mob, total respects. I always have respects for real ones. I did time with real vatos from Muggsy from the mob, real ones, right? When it comes to Monchis, hey, even though I told all this shit, That doesn't change the fact that you got non-gangbanginitis, that you're a child killer, and that you like to talk shit about people for clout, and because one of your homeboys got at you, is like, hey, smut this dude up. How can you smut an individual's name up, bro, who rocked for you, who made sure they didn't spit in your pancakes, fat boy, right? Because you know your fucking punk ass was hungry. With that being said, gente, that's the real. That's facts. You want to get to it? Let's get to it, man. You know, I don't talk shit about a lot of these guys that talk shit about me because I don't know them. I'm not going to speak on them. They can talk all the shit they want about me without knowing me, but I'm not going to woof on them. But people I know, it gets real sentimental to me. And I have to say, bro, you know it, man. They call you the neck breaker. Child killer, man. Facts. With that being said, hope that you move smooth with a purpose. You guys wanted drama? You guys wanted to hear facts? There it is. Monchi, keep my name out your mouth. And what's said is said, eh? You know what I mean? You should shut the fuck up in the first place. Because, man, not how you look. Got you shook, huh? Explain to your homeboy what you did. Or he might even know. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle. See, I don't even want to do things like this. But they're bringing me out of my element, right? They're going to make me fucking keep it real. And remember, at the end of the day, with you and your homeboy, the Iron Man, what you were doing while us Norteños were fighting for our cause, it was Taylor Gang over everything. I'm telling you, the best fucking visita close, period. Bang, bang.